So today we're going to go for a walk, or should I say we're going to go for a nosey down the other end of the marina at Affinity Lancashire. Nearly called it Freeport then. If you saw yesterday's video, just a couple of things before we set off. Number one, that little blue bridge there is the footbridge into the estate. Did you see me point up at some seagull babies? There's 3 little babies right in the centre of the screen at the minute on the roof. That was one of their parents that was shouting at me over the edge. And I've just noticed as well, I was talking about fish yesterday in the marina. And as I've just been studying, just having a quick drink of water, I saw ripples in the water sort of over here. And there was obviously there's one there, look. There's obviously some kind of big fish that's underneath the surface, and unfortunately it's swam the other way and not towards me, or I might have been able to show you a fish. So this is the marina at Freeport, and this is where the little yachts and fishing boats and pleasure boats used to tie up. As you can see, it's empty. And I think that's because, from my knowledge, ABP are not actually dredging the entrance to the dock and dredging the dock any longer. So obviously the boats have not got deep enough water to be able to sail in. And I know a lot of them have moved over recent years. Still a few down here though. So this is the footpath at the other side of Affinity. So you can see terraces there just over the fence. And I've never actually been right down to the end of here, or I might have done once, but it's a long time ago. So we're going to go for a walk down here and we're going to see what we can see, and we're going to see how far we can get, and we might end up doing a short walk off a long cliff, as you might say. So it's nice and quiet down here. It's not noisy in Affinity, to be fair. It's very civilised and very orderly shopping. If there's anything that you need that you've not been able to get hold of, you certainly come along and have a nice experience. But down here there's obviously no people, so it's a lot quieter. So this is the far end of the marina. Boats that come into Fleetwood, when you come from the seafront, you follow the channel which brings you to there, which is where the dock gates are, and then this is what used to be called Wire Dock, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm so sure somebody will correct me. And then there's another gate there where boats sail through into the next part of the dock. So we'll walk down here. Jacinta's also moored at that side as well, which is the record-breaking fishing trawler that's unfortunately on its last legs and ready, waiting to be scrapped, but just about sinking at the moment, which is a shame. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. So sometimes, if they're doing an open day at the dock or anything, you can come through that way from Affinity, so that's subway on this side. But the gate's shut today, so I've walked the long way around. So these are all privately owned vessels. I'll say vessels because I'm sure they've got a proper name and a proper description. Sailing's not my forte. Aye, there's a fish. I can see a fish You see it down, oh there's two. You see them down here, swimming towards one another. Swimming towards me rather. Hey look. In fact there's three. Oh, there's quite a few. There's another one down here underneath the bridge. See it? Is it gone? Sorry, bear with me while I try to get them in the viewfinder. Let me just zoom back out again. The sun's very bright on the screen and I can't actually... Oh, it's there, sorry. Sorry, it's at the back of the thing. There's another two here, look. The sun's very bright on the viewfinder and I can't see properly what you can see in real life. If you know what kind of fish they are, can you put a comment underneath, please? Because I've got no idea what they are. We like to know these things. We like to know what we're looking at. So that's the view from this corner. Looks very, very nice, doesn't it? I was just saying on yesterday's video that really it was this marina that set us off in the first place to visit Fylde coast, because we used to go to Cornwall on holiday before we moved here, and we used to go to places like Falmouth and St Ives and all the rest of it, and I mean really they don't look a lot different to this, do they? And I couldn't understand why people raved about St Ives but yet they didn't seem to be bothered about Fleetwood. So we made it a bit of a personal mission to put that right. So we can't actually get any further here, which is a shame. Obviously that's the yacht club. And I wonder if we can see anything through this gate. I thought we might have been able to get round the back to the marina, but it's all fenced off. And you can see, oh, I can just see the stern of Jacinta, but can't really see much else. And that building, let me just slot this through the fencing and then you can see better. That's better. So that building straight in front of you there behind the boat, that's the fish processing sheds that you access from the A585. So as you're coming in towards Freeport from the main road, from the motorway and Mountainous Way and whatnot, there's a turn off for the harbour, and that's where those fishing sheds are, and that's where they process a lot of fish. There are still 2 or 3 boats that fish out of Fleetwood, but most of them are not fishing from Fleetwood any longer, which is a shame. So that's your whistle stop tour of the bits that you never usually see. And if you've not been to Fleetwood, to Freeport for quite some time, you're perhaps a bit surprised at all these houses as well. And they have been built, I should say, probably over the last 5 years. And that's the Harbourside Village development. And on the other side of that way, they're back onto Fleetwood Marsh Nature Park, which is all gets very confusing because things all feel like they're in the wrong place at Fleetwood, because it's a peninsula and it's a piece of land that sort of sticks out. It took me years to work out where I was relative to one thing and relative to another. I think I got the idea in the end, but it's still a bit confusing. In fact, speaking of being confused, did you notice that wind turbine there? That one. That's at the United Utilities Works at Jamieson Road. just all feels really mixed up. So that's today's background nosy. So don't forget, make sure that you've liked the video, subscribe, Leave any comments that you've got. Tell all your friends. And if you're coming out and you're enjoying this lovely weather, please take care, stay safe, look after yourself, and come back another day. See you later.